If you had to explain your entire security philosophy using one tool from your career, which would it be?
It's a boring one, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to
Oh,
go back.
I
Yeah,
thought
it
it was
is.
good.
No, one tool
The
that,
tool is boring. Okay, I thought you meant the
yeah,
question
it's
was
a
boring. I
boring
was like,
tool.
damn, sorry, Frank.
And you've heard me say this before, and I'm going to go back and say Wireshark. And I'm going to say Wireshark for a couple different points. First, it will give you the most baseline understanding of the internet, how it works, what it can do, how traffic gets from point A to point B, how basically, if you can understand packets and wire and using Wireshark to understand packets and build a net map and understand what's going on, this is like the lifeblood of the internet here, right? This is what's flowing through the arteries and the veins of the internet. And if you have a basic understanding of that and know how all that works, the rest of the tools and the rest of the concepts will come a whole lot easier. And that's why I still teach it to this day. An example of that is I've met too many people. I know you've met these people too. And the world needs certain people. So I acknowledge there's at least a quota of these people that need to be out there, but cybersecurity professionals who could not articulate what a packet is, right? And could not identify how the internet works. Now, there's a place for some of these people in the policy world and stuff like that. I get it. There's soft science, there's soft cyber to an extent. But I started to get really frustrated when I'd meet certain, people who've been in the field for 20 years or have came out of a master's program or a PhD program or something, still couldn't, appropriately articulate packets or the
Yeah.
OSI model, things like that. And I'm like, if you don't understand these basics, you're not going to be able to, we're going to not be able to solve a lot of these problems. And so I would say the tool there is Wireshark. And maybe it makes me sound a bit elitist and stuff. I hope it really doesn't. I hope saying understand Wireshark really well, it's super important, is not an elitist thing to say. But if I can give a piece of advice, and it's the one that I give to a lot of my grad students, it's Wireshark is probably the most important tool for you to understand in order to do well in cybersecurity. Because if you understand that, the rest will be relatively straightforward. There will be hiccups. There will be things like I'm still not entirely sure how Docker works all the time, right? But that's just because I started with ESXi and VMware, and I'm like, just make a virtual machine, just make a whole new one. No, I don't know what these services. Why are you just making part of it? Just make the thing. So we just make it, right? So there's that. But I would say Wireshark would be my answer there. What about you?
I agree 100% with that. I think that those in-depth technical tools, and not just used for like Wireshark was originally created to be able to troubleshoot networks. That's all, just to see like what kind of things were going through the wire, what kind of responses you were getting from certain servers to know if like, oh, my configuration's wrong here, or that's why it's failing. Like it's a really, really useful, robust tool, not just for security, but it's an important thing for security, an important thing just kind of teach the basics of here's what a packet looks like on a network. That's huge. You're 100% spot on.
We're gonna get so many comments from people, by the way, who are like, "Well, T Shark and TCP don't."
But yeah, we got the
Yeah,
T-shirt. Yeah.
thanks, Grandpa.